Hello all. In this session I'm going to discuss about ISO to ortho conversion by using one more component. This is the exercise number 3 which you could see on screen. So here I'm going to again, what I do here is I just try to convert from 3D to 2D sketches. Okay, from 3D model to 2D sketches I'm going to convert. Okay, how the process takes place, that we all will see. Now because just by having a 3D model you can't manufacture the component. To manufacture the component 2D sketches are important. To manufacture any component 2D sketches are required, followed by all dimensioning, okay, or metric information or tolerances, whatever are required. If every information related given to the shop floor person, then he can easily manufacture the component. That is the main idea. And this 3D model will help you to understand the component or the object, how exactly it is going to be after manufacturing. And by using this 3D model you can analyze whether it will withstand to the working conditions or not, and you can also have the effect of how the object is going to be after the manufacturing. Alright, so basically this is the component that I'm going to discuss now. Let me start by considering different color for your better understanding. Let us consider this as the position of the observer. Here the observer is standing away and is standing exactly normal to the component. Okay, when I view from here, this we call it as the front view, and if I change the position to the top, this is going to be the top view, followed by this is the side view. Okay, left side view we are going to draw to the right, whatever is visible from the left. Okay, if the person is standing here to the left side and watching this particular component, whatever is visible, that we are going to draw to the right side. Similarly, if the person is standing here and observing everything from here, so whatever is visible going to be drawn to the left side. Okay, that is the reason right side view going to be left will be to the right. Okay, in case of first angle projection. Alright, we are following first angle projection only. So now here try to understand what I'll just consider one more color. Now when a person is standing here at this point, what he could see is, he could see this. Okay, let me draw properly. This box is visible. Alright, and also this one. Alright, not the baseline, because when you stand in front you feel that the baseline is colliding with this particular horizontal. Okay, similarly, as this is maintaining some slantness here, so this edge is also visible, this side. Alright, so and here you could see a slant edge, this particular slant edge. So this becomes invisible, this shorter edge becomes invisible completely. Alright, so when I view from the front, what I could see is, I could see these faces clearly. That is what we'll mention and take the projectile lines, followed by the top view. Similarly, if I change the position to the top, then what exactly visible is, from the top complete square box is visible properly. Okay, this box is visible, followed by I just can't feel the height from the top, height of this box, and also this complete cross section is visible, this line, and this one, okay, in contact with the square box. Okay, when I view from the top, I can feel that both are in contact with each other. These two green color boxes are in contact with each other. Okay, something like this. I just draw a rough sketch. Let me draw a rough sketch now. Simply a square is visible from the top, simple square, followed by an alignment, as I said just now, something like this, the continuity of the line. Okay, this is how it look like, top view. Similarly, if I take the front view will look something like this, rectangular box, okay, followed by a square box. This is how it look like. Actually, these two are in contact. Okay, this drawing will try to make it accurately, properly. Okay, properly we'll try to make it. Now this face is completely parallel with this face. That is the reason we could see them both. Try to understand. Okay, and for your better understanding, let me explain with an example. Okay, why the back face is aligning with the front face. I'll give you a simple example of a simple staircase. For example, there is a staircase of this kind, okay, which is something of this kind. All right, now a person is standing exactly normal to the staircase. Okay, I'm standing here, for example. If I stand here, what I could see here is, let me change color and show you what is visible when exactly will stand normal to the staircase at some offset distance. Is only this face is visible, 1 2 3. Okay, only these faces are visible. Unless I go to the top view, these faces are not at all visible. I'll just change the color and show you. These faces like 1 2 3. This black color numericals which I have written just now, 1 2 3, black color are visible from the top, and 1 2 3 these colors are visible from the front. All right, so try to differentiate these two colors. So when I ask you to draw the front view from this position, what exactly are visible? Let me take the same color so that you have a better idea. When I view from the front, 1 2 3 boxes, I could see 3 boxes. This is the first box, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So actually these two are not aligning with each other, but when I view from the front, as I can't feel this thicknesses, so I can feel that all 1 2 3 planes are aligned with each other. This is how you could see. When I change the change to the top position, again what I could see here is from the top, these 3 1 2 3 black color numerical planes are in contact with each other. Okay, something like this. Okay, number 1 2 3, 1 2 3. This is how it look like. Okay, so when we view from the top, this vertical distance is not at all visible. This vertical height or distance is not at all visible. Only these 3 faces are visible. Similarly, again I'm repeating, when I view from the front, these faces or these thicknesses are not at all visible from that far distances. That is the reason those will collide with each other. The same thing is happening here. We are unable to feel or estimate this distance, that is not at all visible from the front. So these two, we feel that these two are colliding with each other. In the same way, when I view from the top, this distance is not visible, this distance is also not visible, so these two will be in contact with each other. Okay, same thing I'm just going to draw just to make you understand properly. All right, let us start drawing it properly. Okay, let me keep it aside and start by scale. Let us consider this as a drafter scale and start drawing it. Let me keep it to 0 orientation. Okay, I'm going to start with the front view. Let us consider few dimensions for this. Let me consider this as 40, this height is 10, this height is 20, and this width is also of 20. Okay, and if this is 10, this will also remain 10, and overall this length will be, let me take it as 50 mm. Okay, so rest of the things you can calculate accordingly. Just for your understanding, I have taken conventional few dimensions. Now let me take a simple color for your better understanding. Okay, let me take a scale and start. All right, 40 mm distance from here, every 3 divisions from here to 3. Okay, this is 10 mm, 10, 20, 30, some 40. Okay, if this is fine, or else conventionally I'll extend the line till here. Let me consider this as 40 mm and at an offset distance of 20. This 20 distance has to be shown. Now here, from here, what I try to do, I'll consider a 2H pencil. After getting the baseline, I'll consider a 2H pencil and construct rest of the sketch. Later stage, I just try to darken the portion which is actually required. Now from here, the height is 10 mm. All right, from here the height is 10. Let me increase the height. Later stage, if I want, I'll just try to darken the required portion. Okay, and in this line I'll just try to make a mark of 10. From here, 1 2 3 divisions, I'll just make a mark of 10. Okay, when I make the scale horizontal, I'll just drag that line. Similarly, after this 10, as these two are colliding with each other, there is a height of 20 mm. I'll just make a mark of that 20 also. Okay, if this is 10, for every 3 divisions, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay, so let me drop a point here. Okay, after this, rotate scale to 0. At this point, there should be a horizontal up to the next line. I'm extending it. From here again, there should be one more. Okay, at any infinite distance, you can mark up to any infinite distance. All right, that is also fine. And now this distance you need to measure. This distance is also 20 mm. So make a mark of 20 on this by other color. From here, 10, 20, somewhere here. Okay, I'll just drop it here, this conventionally. I'm not maintaining exact dimensions because it will take enough time. Only I just want to make you understand things properly. That is my intention. Alright, again I just align with the point which I have selected, then one more constructor line dropping from here to the next line. Alright, this is how the front view look like. Alright, now here things required need to be darkened. Okay, and here this line is visible, and this line is also visible from top to bottom till this line. When you drop or draw actual projections, you need to draw with HB pencil or a H pencil. Alright, now initially all the light lines I have drawn them all with the help of 2H pencil. Okay, so construction lines you can maintain as it is, not a problem. Again I'm dropping one horizontal, fine. Again move your scale to the next level. This is the thing. Okay, this is how a front view look like of this particular component. Alright, now let these extensions remain, not at all a problem, no need to erase. If you start erasing them, your drawing sheet may get spoiled, or it may take enough time of yours. You don't do that, don't do any wasteful job in the examination or in the class. Now again drop extensions up to infinite distance at every instant or at every intersection, vertex point, meeting point. That will help you out to draw the rest of your views. Okay, similarly rotate the scale and draw the extensions for side view also. At this bottom or the base, one line, move your scale or the drafter to the next height or intersection, next line, any infinite distance. Okay, constructions lines can be drawn something like this. Alright, till here it is fine. But when I change the position to the top, what exactly is visible? When I change position to the top, square is visible of 20 by 20. Already this 20 width reference is here. Okay, so 20 I can make it here, followed by this profile. Okay, so that at any offset distance you can start working on your top view. This line is visible completely from that intersection to this intersection, followed by a width of 20. Let me imagine or consider this as 20. Okay, you have to make a mark of 20 on either sides and rotate the scale to 90 degrees. As I'm doing it with the help of a mouse, it is taking enough time, but when you do manually by your drafter, it is much easy. Okay, just join them both. When you draw or when you finish your model with HB pencil, remember you are not supposed to extend the lines. Okay, exactly, it should finish at the intersection. This is how it look like. Alright, now again what else other than this line? There is an extension of the line, no? That extension is also visible, which is this portion till this connectivity. Again rotate it, keep it here up to next extension prolong this line, and again after this, so we know this width of 40, drop that 40 here, just rotate it again. This rotation of scale taking enough time, so have patience, listen to the complete lecture so that you have a better idea, better understanding. Okay, from here up to maybe 40. Okay, and after this 40 it is directly go and in contact with the corner point of the square box, means this point. So here we need to place the scale in such a way that it should be in contact or in alignment of both the vertices, this vertex as well as the next. you have to place your scale in this way, okay, and drop a line from here to that particular intersection. Okay, this is how the top view look like with all the dimensions. Now change your position to the side. When I view from this point, when I view from here, left side view, the view will fall to the right. But what is the kind of view I could see is, again this rectangle is visible, but not like a inclined one or a slant one. It will look like a simple straight rectangle, okay, that will see. Now this rectangle is visible and this box is visible, this side of the box is visible, which is of again 20 by 20, that you can show it to the right side, because in first angle projection left side view going to fall to the right. Now drawing them all becomes so simple because already we have constructed front and side views. Just let me start here. I'll just drop a line from here to the top. All right, because this line I'm dropping, this is the line which I have drawn just now, this line, okay, this line is drawn, and this 20 mm I'll drop it now, rotate to 0, okay, and drop 20 line from here to 20. Conventionally I'm dropping it. Similarly there is one more line, this just now what this 20 mm line is nothing but this line, because this is what visible from the front. This distance is not at all visible, so we just can't feel it. Whatever is visible we need to draw. This 20 is visible, I have drawn, and this overall length of 50 is also visible. That 50 I'll try to figure out from here. If this is 20, 50 will be up to somewhere here maybe, okay. I'm drawing it conventionally, and there is a step, one more straight line till 50. All right, now make it 90 your scale, okay. At this level you can use a small scale also, irrespective of the draft scale, you can use them, that will help you out. No need to use the drafter all the time. When you have when you know the reference, then it becomes easy. All right, this is how a side view look like. Just try to understand what we did. I'll explain roughly again, okay. This is the front view of the 3D model given. This is the top view of the 3D model given. Front view means when we observe the object from here, whatever the edges visible, that is what we are trying to mention here with the help of a complete dimensioning. And this is left side view, means we are watching from left, the same view will fall to the right, because in first angle projection the side plane will rotate 90 degrees. That is the reason that will go fall to the right side. All right, after this what you need to do other than this, simply you need to mention the dimension lines. For example, here I'm just trying to drop a dimension line here from here to the top, okay. I move a bit and place the arrow which is of 1:3, okay, followed by here also, okay. Here it should be 20 because it is 20 by 20, here it should be 10 mm. Similarly all other dimensions need to be mentioned, all the dimensions are required, okay. Now this is the two-dimensional representation of a 3D model, okay. This is what we call this as conversion from 3-dimensional view to 2-dimensional view, okay, which is called iso to ortho. Try to understand. If you have any queries related, you can drop it in the comment box below, or any questions related to engineering drawing other than conversions, anything you can drop so that I can answer you. Thank you so much for watching.